Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Odors from smoke damage, cigarette smoke, electrical fire, recreational smoke, pet odor, an invisible enemy. You can have the cleanest looking car in the world, but if it has an odor problem, it could be a car that doesn't sell at all and may at sometimes be undrivable. So this video today will concentrate on removing odors. Let's get started. Odor from pet dander and smoke can get absolutely everywhere. So pull everything that's loose out, open up all the compartments. Pet odor, a huge problem, even though the shop manager here has nothing to do with that, so she claims, is a real problem. So we're going to have to pull out all the stops today. The first thing we're going to do, and we're working from top to bottom, is just blow out any loose contaminants, get it down to the lowest part of the vehicle, and that's going to be the floor. So we'll use forced air for that. One of the best way to clean the leather seats with the finest leather is using forced air. It's a way to get started, blowing out the seams and all the hard to reach areas. Hey, you're sliding in and out of that seat and those pieces and patches are rubbing together. If they get dirt and grit in between, it's going to cause problems. So it's a good way to get rid of grit and loose dirt to get the process started. Now, the chemicals I like to use, unsmoked degrease-all, and also a citrus cleaner from Art to Shine here. This is a concentrate. We'll talk about this later. Art to Shine's products are now available on my site. They work hand in hand with the products I use and offer here at the shop, so they are available, and the link will be down below. We're going to get two microfibers ready. One of them will be slightly damp. Just wring it out so it's not dripping wet, and the other one's completely dry. We will fill the chemical compartment container from the steamer with the unsmoke, and then the citrus cleaner we're going to dump fully concentrated into a microfiber and work it into the fibers. So prime it. I'll take that microfiber in hand with the citrus cleaner already primed into it and run the steamer over it. This will dump unsmoke into it. It will also steam and warm up that microfiber so we can work the upholstery headliner. Keep in mind, headliner is only held up in most cases by a thin spray adhesive. It's very delicate. Not a lot of pressure, and don't oversaturate the area. So this is a perfect way to clean those areas and remove the enzymes from the smoke damage. Move absolutely everything around and clean every area that you can gain access to. This is going to be important. You need to clean every square inch first before moving on to the next step. Starting from the very top and work your way down the A, B, and C pillars. Change your microfibers as often as you can, as often as you think about it. Remember, smoke is soot and ash coming from the source, and that, again, it gets absolutely everywhere. It doesn't take long to cover surfaces in your car with a sticky film, and it can be quite a job and a bear to remove. So switch out those microfibers, bringing in fresh microfibers and product on a regular basis. We're going to work our way into the trunk as well, because smoke always works itself into the trunk one way or another through coopy holes in between the seats or any crack that it can. The steamer plays a huge role here at the shop for jobs like these in many ways. The first, it delivers warm steam and moisture that doesn't oversaturate, but is enough to relax fibers. The warmth and the steam relaxes the fibers, opens up pores of many materials so it can accept chemicals to help clean. It also is the delivery agent for our unsmoke cleaning chemical, and it does a wonderful job. You try not not to do damage with the steamer, which you can easily do if you're not used to the machine, keep the nozzle away, far enough away from delicate materials that you don't do damage, and you're going to be absolutely fine. We also take some of the citrus cleaner, dilute it because it is a concentrate, and we'll spray it into our microfibers, never directly onto a surface, and we clean all the hard surfaces that we can get to, and that's trim, plastic, the pockets, any material at all. As I mentioned before, you want to open up all of the storage compartments. Anywhere you can gain access to, you're going to need to clean it. Glove compartments, center consoles, any cubby hole at all that you can find in the front or the rear, or even the trunk of the vehicle. Working our way from top to bottom, when we get to the trunk area, we are now down to the materials on the surface of the spare tire cover and covering the wheel wells. And Brian's taking care of that. Yes, everybody that works here's name is Brian, not a coincidence. I try not to make it a habit of hauling my pet around in the trunk, but if you do, the pumice rock is a great way to remove hair from those fibers. We're also down to the carpeting in the passenger compartment, and that will include a thorough vac, spraying of the citrus cleaner, follow that up with the delivery of the unsmoked chemical through the steamer. That also relaxes the fibers and opens up the pores, and then we'll agitate with a carpet brush, thoroughly vac one more time, and if you want to, you can follow that up with wiping it with a dry microfiber to bring out any extra moisture. Being careful with the more delicate materials inside a vehicle, the Alcantara and leathers and such will be cleaned with a dedicated cleaner instead of some of the harsh chemicals we've been using. On the leather here, we like the Sonax cleaner. Next, we're going to tackle the seat belts, pull them all the way out as far as you can, clamp them so they cannot retract, and we're going to clean them pretty much the same way. Remember, seat belts are wound. That material is really wound tight, so you need them to relax as well. It helps clean them a little bit better and remove the odor. So we're going to hit them with the citrus cleaner diluted, get the steamer to relax those fibers just a little bit to get to them a little bit better, get a deeper clean, and we'll move on. Any loose item you pulled from the car, including floor mats, need to be cleaned inside and out, top to bottom, before being put back into the vehicle. We do offer a guarantee warranty with this job. However, the customer has to bring a cabin filter that often gets placed either there or underneath the glove box closer to the heater core here in order to complete the job. Without that, you can still get odor. From there, we just do some small finishing touches. The ductwork for the heating and air conditioning systems need to be cleaned as well, and we use a chemical that's very similar to the chemical that cleans systems for CPAP machines. If you're not familiar, those are the ones that feed medicines through inhaling tubes. You need to keep them clean, you need to disinfect, and keep them from growing mold and mildew. We then start the vehicle and run all systems, heat and air conditioning, and flush out any remaining moisture at all within the next half hour to 45 minutes. The remainder of the day, we're going to set an ozone machine in and turn that on, lock it in the vehicle. That will kill all remaining enzymes. There are areas that you just simply cannot reach, and this machine here takes care of the rest of it. Also, thoroughly cleaning the sunroof, the inside of all glass that you can reach is very important as well. At the very end of its cycle, we'll run the car with the heat and air conditioning on, alternatively with the ozone machine feeding through the vents, and the job is complete. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.